Olá pessoas, aqui é a Gleice. Tudo bem? Eu espero que sim. Estamos de volta com Final Fantasy XVI, no ponto onde nós havíamos parado. Antes de qualquer coisa, deixa eu pedir perdão pela demora do vídeo, mas eu não consegui gravar. Eu tô um pouquinho rouca, como vocês podem ver aí no início do vídeo aí, quando eu comecei a falar. Mas eu tentei gravar e não ficou bom. E aí, tipo, enfim, tive que voltar. E aí também eu tive um dia que eu fiquei sem luz, aí atrasou tudo mais ainda. Enfim.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Eu tentei gravar e só no começo, assim, que eu falava, não tava tancando, sabe? Não cheguei a ver nada, não, da história. Mas, como vocês já sabem, eu já vi o pessoal jogando, então algumas coisas eu lembro e outras não. Tá tudo cheio.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
Eu tô com um sério problema de sono também. Que eu não consigo ficar com o olho aberto.
Do you need any help, Miss
Take a
Molly?
seat, Clive.
I don't know.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Relatórios de aliados desbloqueados. Relatórios de aliados. Agora você pode ver os relatórios de aliados falando com o Gaut no balcão de relatórios de aliados, no refeitório do esconderijo. Esses documentos compilados pelo Rompe Maldição contêm informações sobre missões disponíveis em Valistéia.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Tá, então agora eu vou ter muito mais missão pra fazer, né?
Oh, Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the curse breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Here you go.
Descobrindo novas missões. Use os relatórios de aliados de Gaunt para descobrir novas missões em Valistea e viajar imediatamente para o obelisco mais próximo delas. As missões disponíveis. Eu tenho 3 missões então, né? Se eu pegar... Ah, ele já vai direto aqui. Eu achei que eu tinha que achar o obelisco aqui. Vamos... nessa. Eu achei que eu já fosse fazer a missão principal, gente. Nossa, então eu tenho mais secundária pra fazer nesse vídeo.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
Pode falar.
What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quentin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
Vamos lá, posso tentar?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Vamos fazer uma por vez, né, gente? Não vou sair pegando todas as missões não, que aí fica mais organizadinho.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Vamos lá fazer a nossa boa ação.
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad? Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade? Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quentin commands, as do we all. And Master Quentin commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, Don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this will be enough.
Eu sei que tá logo ali, né? Mas acho que é mais rápido assim.
Did you see?
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly?
O efeitozinho.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
What happens to us now?
Vamos ver a próxima missão ali.
Not ever again.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Tô dizendo que eu tô dormindo? Ué, não é aqui, né? Nossa, que confusão que eu tô fazendo aqui.
Master Quentin will never forgive me if I don't say. I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quentin's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean, for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quentin will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
Bora lá.
All right. I'll see to it.
Peço perdão pelos barulhos das motos.
You'll find them over at Gotan's bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Pera aí, gente. Tá, bora lá. Até perdi o fio da meada. É... Vespas, né, que ele falou? Ah, tem umas paradas aqui, hein? Eu não vou ler não, gente. Foi mal, mas eu só vou ler, tipo, se for tutorial. Mas vocês podem pausar o vídeo aí naquela parte que vai dar pra ler suaves.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
O sono aqui tá realmente difícil, hein?
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble. Over here. Get him, boy! That's enough. You know what to do, boy. Stay down. Over here.
Bastante, né?
Get him, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Over here. You know what to do, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Get him, boy. You know what to do, boy. Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know.
O bom é que essas missõezinhas vai dar pra ajudar a craftar as paradas, né? Ganha bastante item de crafting.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quentin's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Item novo aqui. Pode ser trocado por Jill. Agora... Ah, tem a missão aqui, né? Pra que lado que eu não tô vendo aqui? Muito cega, mano.
The tavern. It's done for. I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Toma aqui ela então, hein?
I want that blade.
Let's get this over with. Sick him, Torgal! Get him! Over here. Stay down!
Nossa, muito de boa.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is! The hero of the Golden Stables!
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
Quando o gato sai, os ratos fazem a festa.
There he is, the man of the hour.
É isso, né? Tem uma parada aqui.
Anything catch your eye? That all, is it?
Vamos ver aqui. É, realmente. Vamos voltar então para o esconderijo. E vamos fazer a missão principal agora.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Ai, como eu queria um chocobozinho.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
Deixa eu só ver uma coisa aqui. Entrar na área que eu não entrei ainda. Eu nem lembro mais, tipo, onde eu fui, onde eu não fui. Mas não importa muito, né?
Excellent.
There, boy!
Achei que eu tinha visto um item, mas acho que é aquele que eu peguei mesmo. Nossa, mano, é muito satisfatório as batalhas desse jogo.
Keep your distance, boy.
Parabéns, Twin.
There, boy.
Parabéns.
Too slow.
Eu tinha até esquecido da transformação. Se eu tivesse lembrado, eu já tinha usado. Não vou usar agora. Às vezes que eu aperto ali o comando, mas não vai, velho. Tipo, mas eu vim nessa direção pra nada. Eu quero um chocobo, não saem correndo. Nossa, eu quero muito pegar as caçadas logo.
You know what to do, boy. That's enough. Get him, boy.
Será que tem um baú aqui também? Agora eu vou usar, hein? Ai, como eu detesto esse monte de barulho.
Too slow. Get him, boy.
North Reach.
Get him.
Por que ele falou?
You know what to do, boy. Get him. Sick of Torgal. Not this time.
Não tem baú aqui, né? Matei o bicho à toa. Bom, à toa não foi, né? Porque eu ganhei experiência com isso. Esse campo aqui é bem aberto, né? Ah! Caraca, mano.
Get him, boy. Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do. Don't let them get away. Sick of Torgal. Get him.
Que você tá latindo?
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
It all smells so right.
Fresh fish. All from the sea of grace this very
With reds, whites,
With the right to
scales,
confiscate any
beads,
objects forbidden by the
spiders,
Begone!
berries,
The gate's for citizens, not serfs.
Tá, e aí, como é que eu faço? Um obelisco.
Fruit's not getting any fresher.
Você tem aí?
And what can I do for you? And a fine, fine day to you.
Com quem exatamente eu tenho que falar? Aí aqui os caras não vão deixar eu ir ali.
You there? Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Tô confusa, hein?
moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But... I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
However do they get
Are
that
you gonna
clever?
buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But... it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
Ó quem fala, lixo.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
É, Clive. sei que eu não tô explorando nada, gente, mas é porque eu quero ir realmente direto. Por mais que eu vá fazer todas as missões também, aí se eu ficar olhando cada cantinho é complicado.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I began to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Selo obtido.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
Nossa, apareceu várias missões de novo. Que fita. Deixa eu ver se é só missão aqui. É só aqui mesmo. Deixa eu só ver a hora. 44 minutos. Vamos ver se dá pra eu fazer essa daqui.
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Por que não?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Vamos priorizar essa daqui.
You say these are all from Dalmatian?
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Vamos ver aqui.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone. This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars?
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
It all smells so delightful.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Nosso povo é tudo preconceituoso, né?
He had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That isn't a burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink?
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I
Tá
thank you,
difícil hoje, hein?
as
Tá
will our
difícil essas
mutual friend
motos.
when she hears of how you evaded me.
Bom, é isso, né, gente? Eu vou encerrar esse vídeo por aqui. Eu não acho que eu vou conseguir fazer aquelas 2 missões ali. E aí eu vou deixar pro próximo vídeo mesmo, tá? Muito obrigada a quem assistiu. Quem puder, por favor, tá deixando um like no vídeo, compartilhando e se inscrevendo no canal para estar me ajudando. Eu agradeço de coração. Um beijo e tchau, tchau.